I'm Canon Penny Anderson, and I'm delighted to greet you on my first day as rector of St. Christopher's Church in Burlington, Ontario. I want to share with you some questions. These are questions that animate my thinking and shape my approach to our shared ministry. I have some questions, and if you've come looking for a whole lot of answers, this video might leave you a little hungry. That's part of my plan. I want to invite you to a conversation with other people from the church, and maybe some church-adjacent people too. Here's one of my questions. How can a liberal mainline church reach young people in 2021? Remember, young people have grown up in the digital age, and so they have the whole world at their fingertips. What can our church possibly offer? Beyond that, millennials and Generation Z have a common commitment to mistrust institutions. What can our institution possibly offer? Here's a little bit of data. 70% of Generation Z respondents, those are people born between 1997 and 2012, told Vice Media that they consider themselves spiritual, but do not value organized religion. 66% of respondents said they stand up for what they believe, even when that's different from the beliefs of their family and friends. And 74% defined themselves as activists. Do you see the dilemma? There's a disconnect between Christian spirituality and those who claim that they're spiritual but not religious. The beating heart of the Christian tradition is a Jewish man from a backwater town who stands up to religious and civil authorities demanding change, making change. The way of nonviolent resistance is central to Jesus' life and teaching. Christian spirituality expresses itself sometimes in prayer, yes, but often in activism. How do we tell our story to people who say they are spiritual but not religious? Of course, yes, we keep on using short sentences and lots of pictures on the church social media accounts. That's great. Yes, we're going to keep on doing that. But I also think there's a long game. My dream is to continue to build up cred in our city so that others are telling the story about us and getting it right. That's already happening in a lot of ways. Open Doors gets attention in the media, and rightly so, and others of our programs are receiving some attention from time to time. The long game looks like some of us committing to building relationships and learning community organizing around critical issues facing all of us. Here's an example of a community organizing effort that I find inspiring. Wake the Giant is a plan to offer support to young Indigenous people who have traveled from remote northern communities to study in Thunder Bay. Organizers invite local businesses to train their staff on how to provide a safe and welcoming space for Indigenous youth. They place a sticker in their doorway so that young people know that it's safe to enter there, to spend time, and to ask for help if they need it. Staff are asked to educate non-Indigenous customers and other members of the community. It's true that that's something that's happening a distance away, but I'm certain there are conversations underway around the church and certainly in our neighborhood around how to come alongside vulnerable people and offer a similar sort of empowering plan. Where are those conversations already happening? Is there a glimmer of an interest growing in you to join in? Are you one of the people God is calling to be a leader in our community organizing efforts? Because in 1 or 2 years, or whenever God is ready for us, people will be talking about the ways that we are standing in solidarity with marginalized people and challenging those with power. At the end of the day, I think our openness and our inclusion and the way that we marry our spirituality and our activism can be deeply attractive. Our times call for courage. Will you be one of the people who joins the conversation? You can find full details of how to connect to one of our conversations on the church website. I can't wait to talk to you.